Hello guys, so in Overwatch 2 we have 10 tank heroes who can take tons of damage, defend a point or the team, and can help to escort things easier. But as you know, not all tanks are the same. Some are more powerful tank heroes who are not just tank but more. So in this video we are talking about 5 overpowered tank heroes who are more powerful than other tank heroes. But before that, please hit like and subscribe button if it is useful for you. So let's start from Diva, probably one of the more popular tanks because of how versatile she can be, especially for a tank that can attack. With an ultimate that can change the course of the game in a second, Diva is one of the better tanks in Overwatch 2. The reason being is that she's great at adding pressure on a point if the team is attacking, and if the team is on defense, then Diva can hold down a point. This way she can be used on both sides of the match, which makes her a very diverse tank, and one that's pretty easy to learn. On top of that, when Diva's mech gets destroyed, the player doesn't die, they'll just play as her. However, in order for Diva to get her mech back, she must continue shooting and downing enemies. So Diva can be a force because she can be hard to take down, due to the fact that she and her mech are separate. As mentioned before, her ultimate can change where the match is going. When a team or a bunch of enemies are grouped together, she can send her mech in, detonate it and potentially get a team kill. She has become essential for a team, which makes her very useful. Reinhardt. Even though some complaints about Overwatch 2 are about how the new 5v5 doesn't make things easier for newer players, and how tanks don't fit well in the system, Reinhardt still stays consistent in this area. Since Overwatch 2 has fewer tanks with shields, which can be a good thing or a bad thing, Reinhardt still stays true in this regard. Because players who mastered him in the first game will have an easier time in Overwatch 2. A lot of his abilities are the same. He can put out a shield, charge at enemies, and stun a team with his hammer. However, the difference is that his abilities come back faster, allowing him to be more devastating and annoying for the enemy team. Even though he's the same in Overwatch 2, his playstyle works well with the newer meta of the second game and can complement other heroes like Ana. Players will still rely on his shield, which gives them a familiar feeling. On top of that, he's a very easy hero to learn, so new players can dominate easily, in turn making Overwatch 2 easier to play. Zarya, she's a great tank for keeping heroes alive a lot longer, and helps bunch up enemies, making them easier to take down. Zarya's abilities are primarily centered around shielding herself and another player, which comes in handy during those high-tension moments. When Zarya puts on a shield, she becomes harder to take down, forcing the enemy team to focus on her more than the rest of the team. Plus, being a tank, she's a threat. Her particle cannon, even though it has short range, has very good splash damage. Her secondary fire, a grenade launcher, allows Zarya to clear an area quickly. As mentioned before, she can shield a teammate, and usually, it's a good idea. When a player runs with a Zarya in Overwatch 2, they can keep a healer like Lucio alive longer, who is one of the best support characters in the game, meaning players and their team can get healing more often and efficiently. Orisa, this tank has been changed quite a bit in Overwatch 2. In the first game, Orisa had a shield and was more focused on playing defense and being a fortress, which made her one of the best tanks in Overwatch at the time. However, in the second entry, players will notice that she's been overhauled quite a bit. She's no longer team-focused, but rather a tank that's great on the attack. This still makes her a problem for the enemy team, because of her high damage, and high health, which may make some players think she should be a DPS hero. Much like the first Overwatch, it's better if Orisa runs into a point with her team, because she can get overwhelmed. However, since she's more attack-focused, she can hold her own much better this time around. Her spear can push enemies farther away, damaging them, and allowing a team or even Orisa to finish the job. Even though she's been reworked, players will still find she's an asset to the team. And in the last we have Roadhog, a very dynamic tank, a hero that can run a point all alone, but being with a team is an added benefit. Roadhog is great for close quarters, and when matches get really heated, he can take on a lot of damage and then negate that by self-healing. Out of all the tanks featured in Overwatch 2, he's probably the more versatile one, which puts him slightly above Diva based on his abilities. His chain can pull enemies closer to him, or the rest of the team, making the enemy easier to corner. If players time his ultimate, it can come in handy, because it not only pushes players away, it damages them quite a bit. On top of that, his abilities have somewhat fast cooldowns, so players can stay alive longer since they can heal themselves a lot quicker and more often. The great thing about Roadhog in Overwatch 2 is that he's a one-man army with high damage output. This gets balanced with his health as well. Together, this makes him harder to take down, allowing players to get more out of him in Overwatch 2. So these are the current top 5 tank heroes from Overwatch 2 tank category. I hope it will be helpful for you. Meet you in the next video. Thanks you guys.